Singapore. I just wanted to come out here live because I can't do my other live in my new channel. So I do have a new channel, but I'm just not putting it out there because I really want it to grow organically. But here I am telling you all about it. Anyway, I just wanted to go live for some reason. This morning, I woke up with a very, very changed perspective about how life has been doing for me. And I'm just very grateful that these things have happened. I don't know if I have mentioned it here already. I think I did. I already mentioned that we were moving to Singapore, right? And so we did move to Singapore. Actually, I only mentioned that we were gonna move, but I didn't say where. So it really did happen. The decisions that I was making last time, it was about this, our move in Singapore. So it happened. And now I just woke up. Well, a while ago, a few hours ago, I woke up with a very, very grateful perspective in life. I'm happy that now I'm in a much better place. And also, I realize that somehow it's really effective that when you are trying to get over something that's really painful or that's really impactful in your life and you want to move past that, one thing that helped me is to change your environment. So I'm very grateful for this move because first, for the past 2 years, I know that my life has not been the greatest. I was very intro. I don't know. I'm a very extroverted person, but for some reason, the things that have happened has shaped me to be more introverted in some way. So yeah, so I noticed that in the past 2 years, I would prefer to just be at home. Well, I love to go out, especially with my kids, right? But last 2 years, I've noticed that in I would rather stay home than go out. And it's not just because it's in the Philippines. No, it's not that. But it's something that has happened internally within me that made me just be at home and just, not go out, not be with people. I think it's some sort of depression or something. I don't know. But what I was saying is that if you're trying to move past something that has really affected your life, then the best thing to do is of course help yourself move out of that place. It doesn't need to be overseas, okay? It just so happened that we moved out of the country, but the thing that I'm talking about is you get out of your comfort zone, you get out of the places that you've always known, and it really helps a lot. Like one big great example is me, because I was really obese, right? And I'm sharing this because I'm very comfortable with my body. But I was really very obese, and I got to the point that I didn't care at all how I looked like and how I was feeling like. I know that I was not healthy. I was just the thing that I would do with just browse over the symptoms of whatever I'm feeling, plan for a checkup with a doctor, but not do anything about it. But then I'm not taking care of myself. And when we moved here to Singapore, it was such a, I don't know, everything, well, the first month was really not like I started moving on and changing my life. No, it was not sudden, but somehow seeing the people here and living among Singaporeans and other like nationalities or other, yeah, races. Here they are very concerned about their well-being. So when you see people around you who are like 100% into working out and taking care of themselves, you do the same, right? So I think that's one of the biggest factor. And also there are lots of trees here. So I don't know, it gave me so much life. Yeah, another thing I would like to say is, if you're trying to feel better, go out to nature. It really helps a lot. I think it had something to do with the trees. I might be crazy, but I really, really feel like the trees and the nature and the environment helped me a lot in feeling the best version of myself. So I don't know, it really helps me a lot. And I think one thing that I was really craving for was the discipline. People here are very serious, they are very nonchalant, and sometimes they might come off very snob. But when you see them very disciplined with the way they walk, the way they, it's not about like, I think I was in a bubble that everything had to be personal, right? But here you would really observe people and just mind about their own business, and then just be themselves. And me not trying to like adjust with the environment, it taught me a lot about how I was conflicted internally. And then when I tried to shift my perspective and see things for what they are, it's really very easy and peaceful. And I think that really helped me a lot. And I'm rambling right now. I like, my brain is working with so many words in my mind, but it's just, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful. I have never been this content in my life compared to how I was in the Philippines. I'm happy in the Philippines. Don't get me wrong. I was happy. I was living independently with my kids while my husband was working here in Singapore. But I think more of the happiness and contentment that I feel right now is more of like just peacefulness, just just the slow pace of life. It makes a lot of sense. I don't know, I'm just because I'm turning to another page of my life, that's why I'm like rambling like this. But I think it made a lot of impact, the lifestyle of the people here in Singapore versus the chaos in the Philippines. And please, for those who are watching that are like Filipinos, don't get me wrong, I love our country so much. I love the Philippines. I am fully proud to be a Filipino, but I don't know, there is something in the air that, I was very nationalistic and patriotic, but with the things that are going on in the Philippines, it's just that it's so hard to like appreciate it. It's so hard to appreciate where you come from, where you were born. And also, just to share with you, I came from a background. Well, my mom used to work in the embassy, I mean, she was a diplomat, so of course my my patronage to the Philippines is very strong. But it's so hard when you see your people suffering for things that they don't deserve. I don't dwell into politics, but just hearing, seeing in the background, like when you're browsing and all this stuff, you see things on the internet. That's why I avoid Facebook a lot of times, because all the negative vibes are there. You just can't help but compare. And I know it's bad to compare. Don't try, my son is awake. Hide your face. But it's so different. It's just a different vibe here in Singapore. And I'm just so grateful that we have the chance to live here. I grew up living in other countries. Like, I grew up in Mexico. I finished my primary school in Mexico. We lived a little bit in Indonesia. So I'm used to this kind of setup where I would live outside the country where I was born and just enjoy the culture. And I think that made a lot of difference. And I'm so happy that I get to bring my kids here in Singapore, because they are given a perspective that is so different from what we have as Filipinos in the Philippines. Of course, there are a lot of beautiful things in the Philippines. Oh my gosh, I can't believe my post has become about the Philippines now. But just in context with what I was saying, it's it's a different vibe. You cannot exchange our very hospitable culture and loving family ties with other nations, right? That's like the first thing that we are so proud of: our family ties, our culture, our respect for the elders. But when you look at the perspective of how we are as a nation, and how we deal with things, how we are to our, like, what do you call that, co-Filipinos, or how do you call our kabayans, we are so very, I'm disgusted with how we are to our kabayans, because those things that we hear about, like, for example, when you're an OFW, and then there are times that you have work and there's like envy at work, and it's your co-Filipinos who will put you down. Those things, like, I don't know. Sometimes I can be so proud of becoming Filipino, or of being a Filipino. Yes. Yeah, this is a live. I'm actually live right now. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. So yeah, one moment. So yeah, as I was saying, we have this attitude of, like, being so proud when one of our kabayans win the, I don't know, tennis, like Alex Ayala and all this stuff. We are also united when good things happen, and also when super bad things, where there are rallies and stuff like that. But when you observe it from a perspective that, you are carrying your co-Filipino office mate in other countries, you are the primary reason, like, the thing that they call, ano yun? What did they call that? When, like, it's about the crab mentality, that those things. So yeah, so I don't know, it's so hard to be so proud of a country that diminishes you the minute you do something so wrong. And I've observed that. I've been in the workforce for a lot of years. Your colleagues are the ones who will put you down most of the time first, and then you have, like, you grew up in a community where you thought you had friends. Well, I think these are coming from, like, personal experiences now, but I don't know, it's just, and lately I've been deliberating if I am willing now to give up my citizenship, or maybe if I'm not yet ready, then maybe just apply for dual citizenship or something like that, because I feel like, I don't know, the Philippines is just a collapse in itself. It's not the worst country. It's not the worst country. It's not the most corrupt country, but it just, sometimes when you say you're a Filipino in other countries, they look down on you because of the things that's happening, right? What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait a moment. So yeah, so those are the things that are happening, and I'm just glad that I was given the opportunity to just be here, to stay away from the negativity of what was. And personally, in my life, I have, for the past 2 years, I didn't notice, but I was really dealing with a lot of depression. I was denying that phase of my life, and I was also dealing with grief. So I think this move that we had in Singapore was the best thing ever. And now I'm seeing things clearly. I've given myself more opportunity to improve, to see things for what they are and for what I thought it meant. I was very, very, I was thinking about a lot of things that didn't really deserve my time. And I was looking back a while ago, and I was saying to myself that, wow, that's a lot of time that you've wasted just inside your house and just trying to doom scroll. I know some of you can relate to that. You would rather doom scroll than live life to the fullest. And now in Singapore, it's given me a whole lot of perspective. And I've noticed I've become more focused on the things that I wanted to achieve, and not being pressured to achieve it. So it's so nice. It's a great sense of peace. It's a great sense of accomplishment for me. It's not a big thing. These are not material things that has happened. These are all personal growth. And I'm just so happy. And if you're still here watching my live, please try to look for my new channel and follow me there. Well, I'm not, am I gonna plug the channel now? I'm not sure, but it has my name on it. You know, if you want to follow me, then go ahead. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I hope I can do more live. I hope I get the 50 subscribers count on my other channel so I can do live there. I'm still contemplating of sharing my new channel to the world because I know I just want to grow it organically, you know. I just don't want to share it with my group of friends who are not really like not I mean, some of my friends do support my vlogs and all, but not everyone has the time to do it. So I just want to grow it organically and just see those who really want to follow what's going on. So you can follow me there. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna share the name of my new channel, but you'll be able to figure out if you really are interested. So I'm not gonna put it here. Yeah, I'm just not gonna put it here because I know that I just want to grow my other channel organically. That's it. And this will still be my channel, but I don't really upload here most of the time because I just want to get away from all the past things or all the past versions of me as much as I can. But I just really, really need to put this live. And if I do it in another video and if I save it and I have to edit it, then it's not going to be as random or as impromptu as it can be. So for those of you who have watched and have stayed on this live, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You can follow me over at Instagram. I do have a public Instagram, which is at SWEN Vlogs. So you can follow me there. And from there, you can figure out what my new channel is. But anyway, that's about it. This is a lot of talking and my son needs to eat. So thank you so much. Have a good time. Bye.